in the Granite 617, Russia. My friend from Russia is going to join me on my podcast. Oh, there he is. There's my buddy. Okay, at the stream. Let's get him in. Hey, what's up, my friend? My Russian friend. What's happening?
Hello.
Thanks for joining me, my friend. Respect, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Respect, bro. I'll show you the diamonds, okay? The married. See that ring? Them ring have magic power.
Magic.
You know, huh? Yeah, we get the crazy woman, right?
Yeah.
The platinum with diamonds.
Yes.
Because I want something different than everyone else. You know, that's all.
Just a second, please.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Yeah,
I
do what you got to do. All good. Take your time.
It's okay. Starting, yeah.
Don't worry about your English, brother. Don't even sweat it. You sound good, bro, so don't worry about it. You'll be coming back every if you want to come back once a month, you come back once a month. From Russia with love, brother. You know,
Thanks.
honestly.
Okay.
When you come back here, whenever you come back sometime, you come, here, it's family, you know?
Yeah, I know.
You come back here, you smash us like Khabib.
Habib.
Tomorrow night, I'm going to smash your boy.
Smash your boy, yeah. It's Ireland boy.
Pakistan.
Yeah.
They run up the mountains. They're fucking savages, man.
The first thing I want to say is God give me everything. I know you guys don't like it, me.
I love Russia. I love Russia, bro. Oh, shit.
Habib in conference on speak it, guys, Ireland.
Hold on one sec, brother. I just lost you. Hold on. I didn't lose you. I can hear you. I just lost. Hold on one sec. I lost the picture.
It's okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, bud. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hold on one sec. I'm just trying to get the picture up. I just hit a wrong button.
Or
here we go. Oh, there we are. Okay.
Later out is the UFC already over?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Yeah, I was sad for Lewis because that's his home city, Houston. You know, he lost there to the guy from France. But Cyril Gain, I give him credit. You know what I mean? And Derek Lewis, he's never took it really serious.
Mm-hmm.
Now he trained the hardest he trained for this fight. He hasn't trained that hard for any other fight before this one. Now, if he really takes it serious, I'll have a fight in like 3 months.
Oh,
as long as they don't fuck with my head injury and let me go and let me do it, I'll have probably be UFC. I'm 50 though, you know what I mean, and I'm a heavyweight, so I plan on going in there and wrecking people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
smash them like Khabib.
Yes.
But a heavyweight version. You know what I mean? I'm much faster than these heavyweights. Really fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would like to ask you.
You could anything you want, brother. You go. You can take it over. Go ahead, brother.
Questions about sports.
Boston
Red Sox, Boston Celtics, and of course Boston Bruins.
I know you like hockey. I know that. I love hockey too.
Yes, thanks. Me too. I like it.
Yeah, I love hockey too, brother.
As these times are well known, they are very popular. What is the reason for them Bambino?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Babe Ruth. Yeah.
Is this true or just coincidence?
Okay. I heard you say about Babe Ruth, but what was the question about Babe Ruth?
Questions, it's true.
Well, New York bought Babe Ruth from the Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
Babe Ruth was Boston. New York was more suited for Babe Ruth because he liked to drink, party with women, everything. And Boston Red Sox back then were really strict. New York wasn't as strict. because like Massachusetts, Boston's like one of the first American states, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's very, very, very political here. You know what I mean? So I think that had something to do with it. And he was, you know, he used to point and he'd hit fucking the ball home run. Like, you know, he was he's like a once in 120-year player, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. Okay.
Ted Williams was pretty damn good from the Sox too. Number 9, the Splendid Splinter. He has the best average still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
A batting average, you know what I mean? Babe Ruth was he was like a player that would make your team great. You know what I mean? Because he could pitch and hit home runs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The conference between Boston and the Yankees has been one of the oldest in world sports
Yeah, it's a big rivalry. You're
for
right.
more than 100 years.
Yep.
Okay. The original 6 Boston Bruins is special topic for you.
Oh yeah, well, it's a lot of history, brother. You know what I mean? So you brought up the best question because Bruins are the first 6 teams in the NHL. The Bruins are one of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I know you know that. I know you know that.
Why is the Boston Bruins for you?
What are the Boston Bruins to me?
Yeah.
Well, I was born in 71, and that was the last time they won a Stanley Cup. Well, they won one in 2011, right? And I was really happy because in 85, 86, they played the Edmonton Oilers with Gretzky, Messier. They had a super team. Like it was like USA versus USA versus the Russians almost. You know what I mean? The Olympics.
Yeah,
I went to 4 overtimes in the old Boston Garden. It was like 80, 90 degrees. So the ice was all fog. And it was 4 overtimes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we beat them that game, it would have probably gave all the role players on the Bruins the confidence to beat the Edmonton Oilers.
Mm-hmm.
But the Edmonton Oilers beat us that first game, and that was like playing 3 games. You know what I mean? So the Bruins, when they won the Stanley Cup, I told my son, who's 16 now, this is in 2011, I said, Ty, I said, his name's Ty. He plays basketball. He's really good at basketball. He'll be in the NBA draft in a couple of years. He's really good. I said, Ty, listen, I said, I've been waiting since I was a little kid for the Bruins to win. I said, you can sit with me and the boys, the big guys, and watch this tonight because it was I think it was game 6 or game 7 in Vancouver. I said, the Bruins are going to win. I said, I think that this is the closest they've come to win the Stanley Cup since I've been alive. Mm-hmm. And
excuse me, Robert.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Go ahead, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
How many years have you been supporting it, Boston Bruins?
How many what, brother?
Years.
How many years have I been watching the Bruins?
Yeah.
Since about 4 or 5 years old. Because I used to play street hockey every day when I was young. And then even as an adult, we won championships in street hockey.
Wow. Good.
If we had like iPhones in the 80s and 90s, I could show you like me scoring 15 goals in a game.
Super.
In street hockey. You know what I mean? Like, and I'd show you really good players like a stick handle like crazy that were on my team. You know, still to this day, we might even get a 50 years and older team going pretty soon. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're in shape. I have no idea. I'm in shape. I don't know if they're in shape. I'd like to bring you over here, put you on my team. I bet you're really good. Phil
Esposito is really cool, man. Phil Esposito.
Who, buddy?
Phil Esposito, really cool, man.
Oh, Phil Esposito.
Yeah.
Yeah, Esposito is like a legend. You know what I mean?
Legend, Boston. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a legend. And his brother was really good, too. I'm pretty sure he had a brother that played for the Blues, I'm pretty sure, or Blackhawks. But, yeah, they're very – you know what? Like, America is a young country. You got to understand, right?
Yeah.
So you have a lot of Italians, a lot of Irish. I'm like 60% Irish, 20% Sicilian. That's where I get my bad temper, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And 20% German, right? That was from my grandfather. Uh, so it's all like an experiment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
what America is. It's every colonized. You know what I mean? And way before me and you were born. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But America is great, right? But what people don't understand is like we love Russia. Like I love Russian history. I love the Russian people. I notice like you guys are very humble, very nice to like American fighters. Like Roy Jones Jr. is loved in Russia, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he lives there. He lives there half the year, every year, right?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
a lot of people that love Russia, and Khabib just started up a new fight. So it's like how you're interested in like American sports and history. We're just as interested in Russia history. You know what I mean?
Yes. Super. Well.
It's okay. You're doing a really good job, brother. Just you can keep asking whatever you want, brother. It's fine.
What do you think is the reason for the long-standing rivalry between the Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers?
Well, we have 18 championships, and I think they just won this one last year, right? This past year. I don't know if they have 18 with us now. Do they have 18 now too? See, when this shutdown happened last year, I stopped watching sports because I can't watch. I just watch UFC in May, and that's all I watch for the whole year because I cannot watch sports without fans. It's not it's not sports without fans. It's like you're training, you're practicing at the gym with your trainers. That's what it seems. That's what it is to me. Fans makes players play better. I'm
Mhm.
sure you would say like yes, right? Because international Olympics, there's not a full sold out Boston Garden or TD Bank North
Yeah.
Garden or you know what I mean? Like Olympics, it's like spread out half the crowd, unless it's a gold medal game, then it's full, right? But when you have a full house and those people are cheering for you, like in Boston, when we get players, if they don't play hard, they get booed and they get traded. If you don't give it your all here, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's the same way in Russia too. If you don't give it your all, no
Yeah.
one's
Yeah.
gonna no one's gonna respect you. But if you give it your all for this city, you'll eat free the rest of your life here.
Uh, well. Uh, uh,
Very serious. They take the. We've always taken our sports very serious here. The last year, I kind of think it's all corruption and money because there's no cure, money in a cure for anything. You know what I mean? We've been fighting COVID for 120 years.
mhm.
To shut
Okay.
down the biggest economy in the world is crazy to me
Mhm.
because I trained throughout the whole thing. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I ran through the streets, never wore a mask. No one ever said nothing to me. I was hoping someone would say something to me because I'd be like, I was already kind of pissed off because of it all. And I know it's all corruption. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's the land of the free and the home of the brave. And that's what Americans forget. And they believe, not all Americans, but I'd say 40%, I'd say around there. I'm not totally 120% accurate on that, but I know it's around there somewhere that they watch the news and they believe everything the news tells them. They believe everything everybody tells them on the news or the newspapers. They don't go listen to scientists and physicists and doctors that ain't getting paid money to say something or a narrative. You know what I mean? They're just being brutally honest, like me and you are being honest. There's no money involved. I'm not telling you what to say, nothing scripted. It's just brutally honest talk. And the news does not do that. They've been using fear tactics for 100 years with Americans. It's like the elderly, the older people, right? They get scared. They get nervous really easy. And weak-minded people or people with mental issues or whatever. They just think everything the news tells them is the truth. And it's not, because they put all sad stories on there, right? And then they put one happy story. So you start your day. I don't watch the news, but people start their day with all that sadness and then one happy story. It's I can't believe that people are that naive and they can't realize that they're being lied to. You know what I mean? Like America is the beacon of light for the world, for freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying like America's not perfect at all. You know what I mean? I don't get involved with politics with DC. I just don't get involved with politics. But I'm telling you, people fighting over Trump and Biden, and Trump's really good friends with your president. You know what I mean? They're really good friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Putin and Trump are really good friends. Trump was really good with foreign policy. You know what I mean? Now, I don't respect Trump or Biden as a man, as men. I don't respect them. But Trump, I liked him because of his foreign policy. You know what I mean? Like we gave China all kinds of money to build up their country because they were struggling. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
could have helped Russia. Russia was in like 30% of the economic trade throughout the world. And we're number one, right? Russia, we should have Russia up there with us as our ally. Like Britain, like all these other, Europe, like all our other, Russia is more of an ally to America now than they ever been. I think martial arts really brought Russia and America together. Like I told you, I love Russia for years. When I was a little kid, I always thought we were going to have a nuclear war. You know what I mean? I was always afraid that, I wasn't afraid, but I was always wary of it. You know, I was always in the back of my mind as a kid that we were going to have a nuclear war. You know what I mean? And thank God people were smart and they didn't launch those missiles. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And what
Okay.
happened in Russia was horrible with Chernobyl, with those the nuclear weapons. It got a lot of people sick in Chernobyl, right? A lot of people died there, right? From the nuclear wards. The nuclear power plant, I mean,
Yeah.
Chernobyl.
Yeah.
So we have nuclear power plants all over, but like I think Russia and us, we've all got rid of a lot of them. You know what I mean? Because you don't need that many.
Okay.
But I know, but yeah, it's you know what? It's America is really a different. Like I come from a really tough era. The 70s, 80s, 90s was really violent. Okay, really violent. My kids and their generation, we coddled them. We spoiled them. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying this generation ain't good. They're really good kids. You know what I mean? But they're not mentally tough or physically strong like we were. I still am. You know what I mean? See, I try to lead by example for my kid. I try to show them I have all kinds of injuries and I still train like a savage 2 hours a day. I try to show people. I try to motivate people. You see my video. I try to motivate people throughout this whole thing. Go out there and sweat. You know what I mean? And it's frustrating because I know how many people gave their lives for our freedoms here, and even in Europe, when Germany was trying to take over the world. When we went over there, we turned the tide of the war. In Russia, they were getting stuck with their tanks. Germany was getting stuck in Russia, Siberia, in the snow in the winter, and they didn't know that Russia was cold and snow. You know, so
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so America and Russia, in all reality, and Europe, crushed Hitler. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay. Thanks. Please next.
I'm sorry. I kept going.
It's very good to hear. Showtime. It's okay. Next questions, please.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. Anything.
Please tell us about Boston in a nutshell. What do you like? What do you dislike? What do you want you like it to change in Boston? please.
That's a great question, my friend, my brother. That's why. Yeah, that's a great question. I love Boston because of the history. There's a lot of American history here. When we're all immigrants, and when people say we don't like these idiots, the racist douches out there, there's not a lot of them. There's only a small amount, okay? But they all say, "Oh, immigration, build the wall, build the wall." We're all immigrants. All our ancestors come from Europe, Ireland, fucking Italy. You know what I mean? These people like no common sense. So we have a lot of history here in Boston, in Quincy. With Quincy and Boston, two cities right next to each other, connected. Boston is 7 miles. Downtown Boston, right in the center of Boston, is 7 miles right from Quincy, right where I am. There's all granite here that was shipped all over the United States when they were building our country. You know what I mean? We shipped granite to Russia from here. This is where all the granite comes from. This is where a lot of good seafood, a lot of hard workers here, a lot of tunnel workers like me. You know, we did a lot of water tunnels, like 7 water tunnels. We have 5 generations of sandhogs from 1903 till now. Tunnel workers, 5 generations from this neighborhood, Southwest Quincy. So Boston to me is America in a nutshell, because when they were sending, like when people were coming from, Italy, Germany, Poland, Asia, whatever, Ireland, all of them, okay? When they were coming over here, they were sending certain ones to Ellis Island in New York, and they were sending some to Boston and some to New Jersey, all the ports, you know what I mean? But Boston, Italians and Irish people got called bad names.
How many percent of the Irish emigrated to Boston?
Well, they will call bad names. Like Italians will call guineas wops. Irish will call mix. Drunk Irish bastards. All kinds of bad names. It's just like, well, I wasn't alive 400 years ago, but I know my ancestors. I know they didn't have a phone to call. They didn't call anybody over here in America. They just came here and worked. They didn't cry to the government. They worked hard. They built their own churches. They cleaned their own yards nice. They took a lot of pride and a lot of hard work and a lot of pride, because just making it to America is almost like a gift in itself. You know what I mean? For them, for my great ancestors, you know what I mean? I just think they were really tough people that came to America. And now I think I love Boston. I love Quincy. I would never say nothing bad about the cities here. They're all good people, a lot of hardworking people here. The sports, the cultures, it's really strong here, really strong. We call it the city of champions, cities of champions. We have Brockton, Mass, right? That's where Marvelous Marvin Hagler comes from, and Rocky Marciano, 2 of the greatest middleweight and heavyweight of all time, right there. And Marvin Hagler just passed away.
Yeah,
this past year, God bless his soul. He was my favorite fighter as a kid, 9, 10 years old. I used to watch him. I'd see him running on the beach and saying, "War, war, who's the champ? Who's the champ? I'm the champ. I'm the champion." So it would make me want to work harder at sports.
Favorite fighter in boxing?
Well, it was Marvin Hagler when I was a kid. Then Mike Tyson, Jack Dempsey, Sugar Ray Robinson, Evander Real Deal Holyfield, Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones Jr., Manny Pacquiao. I liked the Klitschko's, but they were very boring fighters. But they held those belts for 10 plus years. The Klitschko's, you know. And do you remember the Rocky movie #3 with Ivan Drago?
Yeah, Ivan Drago. Yeah.
Everyone used to call me that when I was a teenager, because I used to have a flat top. And when I was like 15, they would call me Ivan Drago, right? And I always consider that like not a bad thing, a good thing. You know what I mean? Because Russia, like what I think of Russia, what you think of Boston and America, right? I think of Russia and Russian people, right, as strong people, hardworking people, and it's the same thing here, brother. It's the same thing here. Like my generation are all hardworking people, and we don't take crap from nobody. We all have like balls in our word, and that's it. And you don't break it for nobody. You know what I mean? Those are the like you should be humble. You should be open-minded, but and you should agree to disagree, and you should treat people the way you want to be treated. But when I grew up, you had to be feared or respected, or both, or you were just an average person and you wouldn't get much respect. So you had to fight growing up where I grew up, and I'm sure in Russia too. I'm sure you guys fist fight all the time in the streets back in the days, right? Back in the days, I don't know. I don't know what your generation. I have no idea. When I was growing up, it was fights every night, every single night, every single day, every single night.
But you know, Kostya, the boxer.
Who's my favorite? My favorite of all time? Well, Muhammad Ali's in there because he's right up there, right?
Yeah, I watch
Muhammad Ali, right?
Yeah, it's top, man.
What Muhammad Ali, not just for boxing, what he did outside of boxing was brave, unheard of. You know, when he didn't want to go to the Vietnam War, right? He got a lot of shit for that, but he said, "Listen, I'm not going to go fight them. They're not my enemy. You guys are the ones that are my enemy. You guys are giving." They took him out 3 years out of his prime, his best years of boxing. They said no, he couldn't fight no more for 3 years. I think that's an injustice in itself because he can never get that time back. Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, right?
Yeah.
He like these young boxers got to understand. They all got to fight each other because when they retire, Muhammad Ali passed away broke. He didn't have no money. He should have never been broke. He should have always had money.
Okay, thanks. Robert, excuse me. How do you feel about Floyd Mayweather?
Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather is a bad dude, man. He can sell fights better. But, well, Ali was really good at selling fights, okay? Yes. Mayweather, well, Tyson made a lot of money too, Mike. But Mayweather, I think, beat them all. Because he was Pretty Boy Floyd when he was knocking people out in the first round. He's so good at boxing.
Yeah.
You can stand right in front of him. He's like Lomachenko. He's like Lomachenko, the Matrix. You know what I mean? You can hit it. You can throw a punch. You can't hit him.
Yeah.
He's just so good and so smart.
Very smart.
Lives that lifestyle. He lives that lifestyle like he has so much money. He spends it foolishly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to go fight a YouTuber, that's kind of not saying I don't knock anybody's hustle or grind. You know what I mean? The Paul brothers should be commended because for them to get paid that much to box a great boxer like that, to make that happen is hard to do. So I give them credit. I give them respect for making, Jake Paul and his brother Logan, they're making all kinds of money. And I think it's good for the boxers, the professionals, because the professional boxers can say to their managers now, look at these guys on YouTube. They're getting paid double the amount of money we're getting paid, and we're the professionals. So it's going to be good for them. You know what I mean? I think. I don't know who the best is, okay? Rocky Marciano is the only. Tyson Fury can, he'll beat Deontay Wilder. He'll beat Deontay Wilder for the third time. If he beats AJ, which he will, I think he will, he's 7 feet tall. It's almost not fair because he's so good. But Rocky Marciano retired undefeated, 49-0. and he had the shortest arm reach of any boxer ever. So Rocky Marciano's probably the best, and that's not because I'm white, or that's not because I have 20% Sicilian and I Italian friend. It has nothing to do with that. It's back then they were fighting 15 rounds. They fought like 10, 12 fights a year. They didn't fight one fight a year. You know what I mean? They fought every month. You know what I mean? Those guys, like these days, my friend, my brother, listen, my brother, these kids these days don't go back and see the people who started it. They don't appreciate the people who started, like hockey, boxing, baseball, football, basketball. They don't go watch the old players. My son don't go watch Larry Joe Bird, the best shooter ever in basketball. Like these kids don't understand that. You know what I mean? Because they're lazy. You know what I mean? You don't seem lazy to me at all. Like I know you're not lazy. I know you got a wife. You're building your own family. I respect you. You're a really good man, and I'm the same as you, brother. Just older. I got almost 30 years with my wife. My firstborn will be 27 in October. My son is 16. He'll be 17 in April. So enjoy these years when your kids are young, my friend.
Oh, thanks. It's okay, Robert. We asked all my questions, finishing it. Thank you for
no problem at all, my friend.
I think see you later. Well,
yeah, thank you for doing this, my friend. And I'm sorry I was late. I had to do the post fight. It went longer. I didn't realize it. I was actually talking to a younger guy about life. You know what I mean? And about respecting your elders, because you don't never know who you're talking shit to. You know what I mean? That old guy could mess you up. And so I was talking to a younger guy about, and I told him I was doing a podcast with from Moscow. You know what I mean? A friend from Russia. And he was like shocked. He goes, "Really?" I go, "Yeah." I go, because I try to, I'm curious, like you're curious about America. I'm curious about everybody. I want everybody to get along, my friend. You know what I mean? So what me and you just did right now, this is very important for the world to see.
You are a good man, Robert.
We're good friends for the rest of our life. I told you that, brother. But you coming on my podcast, I appreciate. I'm gonna have a lot of really bad dudes like that are good now, that are really crazy back in the day, but they changed for the better. And I'm gonna have a lot of good people. You know what I mean? But the whole idea is to teach people out there in the world that it's easy now. You know what I mean? Just try to make everything better for the human race, everybody. We should all be looking out for each other, all of us. No one should hate any other country. No one should. I don't know anyone that hates Russia. I don't know anyone that hates any other country. But everybody should be free, and everyone should have democracy, I believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can't tell another country how to run their country. You know what I mean? I just think it's nice that a Russian and an American can talk, and they don't give you a hard time, and they ain't gonna say nothing to me, because you know what I mean. So I'm just glad you could do this with me, my friend. And I'm sorry I was late, because we got to talk for an hour and a half. Next time we'll do a 3-hour one, my friend.
Thanks.
Now you got to answer my questions.
Good luck. Bye, Robert.
Good luck, my friend. Peace, my friend. Respect, my friend. Take it easy, okay, brother?
See you.
Thank you, my friend.
Bye.
Take it easy, brother. Ciao. What a good kid, man. What a really nice kid, man. Me and him been talking for a year now, go back and forth, and he's just a really good guy, and I'm proud to call him my friend, man. He's my first real Russian friend, you know what I mean? I looked up to a lot of Russian hockey players back in the day, Larionov, Fetisov, Makarov, Larionov, so many good Russian hockey players. And Russia is full of tough people, man. They're very strong people. Like where I live in the Northeast, we're very strong because we live in cold, cold winters and we live in hot, hot summers. So we're very we can adapt to anything. You know what I mean? Well, Russian people are hard workers just like us, and I want the world to know that Russian people are very good people, and they really treat Americans very good, and they never deserve to be disrespected ever. I want the whole world to hear this. No country should be disrespected. No people of any from any country should ever be disrespected by Americans. We should all love every country. I do. I know a lot of people I know love a bunch of countries. And I just think we should start talking to each other and communicating because we have all this technology. We should use it for the greater good of people. You know what I mean? I've had a really long night, UFC fights or Rush Hour MMA. See my thing at the bottom there. Subscribe to my friends over there. We watch the fights every Saturday. Jay, Ken, Insight, and all the savages in the Filthy Animal Room and the Savage Room. Just a lot of good people and a lot of good community of solidarity and brotherhood and fight fans and fighters. You know, just really good. I know you guys will enjoy it because it's real, it's raw, nothing scripted. Over there's nothing scripted here. You're just brutally honest content. And I want to thank StreamYard again for a great, a great browser, a great platform to run my podcast and my live streams on. I'm grateful to people that created StreamYard, and hopefully they'll become one of my sponsors one of these days soon. And I hope I have about 3-4 really big sponsors because my work ethic's off the charts, and I just need the support, and we'll take care of it. You know what I mean? But I've had a long day. Started watching fights at 6:00. Did the post fights after that live stream for like 2.5 hours, something like that. That's on YouTube, and this will be on YouTube right now, and it'll be on all the other podcast apps too. I want to thank my friend from Russia. Thank you, my friend. I love you, brother. Respect, brother. Stay safe, stay healthy, and all your friends and your family. Bless you all. And thank you for coming on in the Granite 617. IGN's Northeast Beast. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, the world. Thank you, Russia. Thank you, America. This is a great podcast. I'll be seeing you soon, my friend. And everyone out there, have a blessed day and a nice Sunday. And be grateful for what you have out there because you never know when you might lose it, people. You know what I mean? You see how me and him talk, and he asks me questions. I'm going to be a complete gentleman to him because he's a good man. And there's a lot of good people like that all over the place. All right. So put yourself in people's shoes before you judge them. Okay. Because so many good people out there, and just be grateful for what you have, and work hard, follow your passions, make yourself rich. Don't make someone else rich. Don't be against capitalism because that's what this country was built on. Money, washing money, helping people. When you build your own thing, you can help the people you care about, and you can give someone an opportunity that might never had that opportunity. Always try to help people, give back to society, and give back to the children, the youth, because that's what's important is our kids and their kids. We make sure their future is good, like our ancestors did for us, like his ancestors did for him. You know what I mean? And my ancestors did for me. I want to thank my friend from Russia. Peace, my friend. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for doing it this morning. Have a safe day, a nice Sunday, and enjoy your day, brother. I'm going to end this broadcast right now. Thank you, StreamYard.